How's it going, everybody? Way here, Excel Painting Contractors. So today we're going to talk about the 3 things that people are doing wrong when they're hiring their contractor. So first things first, step 1, define what it is that you're looking for. If it's a house that's given a full repaint, interior, exterior, and maybe it's a project where you're having a renovation done, put the details down. What's the experience that you would like? Visualize, think about it. We want someone that turns up on time, every time, is clean, has got a good team, someone that we can talk to, maybe a site supervisor, the quality control guy, and we can leave the painters to do the job of dealing with the foreman. So now you're getting an idea of the sort of contractor you're looking for. It might just be a rental. You just need a quick job done. It might be a fence, it might be a deck. So you just need, a small team, and they can come in and get in and get out quickly. It might be a situation where it doesn't have to be done all at once. So it doesn't have to be a 5-man team. It can be a 2-man team. But they're exceptionally good at what they do, and they can fit in with your lifestyle. Because you might have holidays or school time with kids that have to be taken into account. You might have a budget where you say, look, we're doing part of it now and part of it in 6 months' time. So once you've got that down pat and you've figured that out, the next thing is to do a bit of homework. So let's get back to it. Step 2 in the process. Step 2 in the process is finding out a bit of information. So step 2 is doing some homework. Go to your Master Painters Association, go to your local painters, paint suppliers, go to building suppliers. You're going to spend between $40,000 and $50,000. Spend a bit more than a weekend working out who would be your ideal contractor, and then put this information forward to the Painters Association and your paint shop and say, hey, for instance, looking for a team that can paint our whole house, interior, exterior, that does extremely good work, that is very respectful and professional, and do you know anybody that can do that, that's got a good reputation that we can contact, maybe talk to some of the people that have jobs done by. Now you've got a handful of contractors that are all on the same page, apples for apples. You're making sure that you're comparing 3 or 4 contractors that are similar in quality because you've done the homework and found that out. That brings us to step 3. Step 3 is figuring out which one you want to go with. So before you even get to price, ring them up, have a conversation. There's no point grabbing a handful of darts and throwing it at the board and picking the middle one. The middle one is ridiculous. You don't want to go for the high one because it's too expensive. You don't want to go for the low one because they might do a shitty job. So I'll just pick the middle one. That's guessing. You don't want to guess when you're spending $14,000 to $50,000. So you've got your apples for apples. You've got your painting contractors that are all similar. You've looked at some of the reviews. Now it's time to talk to them. See how the conversation goes. You've got 4 to 5 painters that you've picked that are the contractors that you're looking for. They do quality work. The type of work they do. The amount of painters they've got, give or take, because you've done some homework. Now you want to find out if they're someone that's going to work in with you. There's some synergy. There's a rapport. There's no point having someone that can do a good painting job, but you can't stand at the side of them, or they just annoy you, or something about them you don't like. So spend some time, have a talk with them. Tell them, explain to them that who's involved in the project, that this is something that you've been thinking about for a while, and you're looking at, you've done your homework. Explain to them, the highs and lows of contractors you've had in the past, and the things you'd like to avoid, and the things you'd like to see repeated. See how they interact with you. If they're asking good questions, you already know a bit about them. You already know they're a good painter. You already know that they're the right size team. You already know that they can do it in the time frame you're asking for. Now it's just working out how much that might cost, and if you really like them. So I guarantee if you go through those processes, those 3 things, you're going to find your right contractor. Alright, till next time.